I want to talk about Morehouse College's decision to admit transgender females into its student body application process. And as many of you know, Morehouse College is the only African-American male institution in the United States. It has graduated the like of E. Dewey Smith, Martin Luther King, Spike Lee, many other people. I believe Isaac Hayes has went there. Samuel L. Jackson, many people to name a few, right? A lot of people. Jamal Harrison Bryant. But today we talk about this decision that they've made. And I had a chance to discuss this with a prominent alumni, Moses Jenkins, who defends the right of Morehouse College to administrate such things. But I want to take this argument that we are dealing with today, and I want to talk about those of you who support Morehouse College's decision to allow transgender students to come into the population. I also want to ask you, how do you feel about reparations? You might not even know where I'm going with this, but allow me to talk to you about this scenario. If you are a person who believes that Morehouse College, what they're doing is right in terms of the way of the world, African Americans are homophobic and we should do away with this, they feel that they are a man or a woman and they should be allowed to go to Morehouse College or now Spelman, then what I want to ask you is this. Who deserves reparations? Of course, this person's going to say black people deserves reparations. That's what the nigga going to tell you. Black people deserves reparation. Hashtag ADOS deserves reparations. But at the same time, for those who support the decision that transgender, I am a woman, I feel like a man, I should be allowed in the Morehouse. Then what I'm going to ask you then is, what can you say to the white person, to the Asian person who says, I feel like I'm black and therefore I deserve reparations and I want to change my race? Now, imagine this Pandora's box that's coming down the pike. And this is why I believe now that hashtag ADOS, the reparations arguments, I believe we are not going anywhere now. I think the light is going to get brighter here in a second, because I've realized that the black community is going down such a rabbit hole that you can't defend it. Now, the person who says the hashtag ADOS should get reparations is going to vehemently disagree with the fact that, but that white person was born a white person. They can't pretend to be black. So in other words, they're never going to get it because they got to be born black first. Are you sure about that, brother? Because you're the same person that's going to defend somebody who was born a man. And now they feel like they are a woman. Or a woman who feels she's a man and should get to go to a male institution, which is exactly equivalent, not similar, equivalent to a person who says, I believe that I am black. My soul is black. I feel like I'm supposed to be black, not Asian, not white, not Russian. I want to change my race because I feel like it. And not only do I feel like I'm black, I feel like my ancestors were black. Although if they were not, I also deserve reparations. The same way a woman who wants to be a man feels like she deserves the same rights as a man does, even on all-male campus. And so, see, you do not understand the foolishness, many of you, when you're going around trying to support the ideologies of the left in terms of being fair. And some of you come when people disagree with you about the Morehouse College situation, you come up and you make arguments about homophobia in the black community, and we're not ready for the changes in the new world, which I believe Moses Jenkins, when he was talking about that, that's true to a certain degree, but that is not the argument. The argument is, if Morehouse College says that they are an all-male school, what defines being a male? Is it something that's biological? Or are we saying now that if you feel like you were a male, then you have those privileges? If you go with that, those of you who say that blacks get reparations are also opening the door for a person to say, I feel like I'm black. And therefore, I deserve everything that you get. But when they say that, now you want to say how stupid it sounds. And they're going to point right to your own college decisions. They're going to look at Spelman, and they're going to look at Morehouse and say, how can you say I cannot get this when the transgender community can get it? And you upheld them under the same circumstances. And what Morehouse College, Spelman College, what they don't know is what they've done. They've pushed the argument for reparations for African Americans down a deeper ditch. Because the next play that they're going to run is transracialism. I'm telling you this already because it's already happening. There are people who already have shown that they can pretend to be black and not only be accepted in black communities, but do very well. Oh, Rachel Dolezal, anybody? What's the other guy? Sean something? See, now you're going to open the door for everybody to get over. And you're not going to have any merit in your arguments. You're just not. Because then if we're going to talk about what defines a man, and if you say it's not his genetics, it's how he feels. ADOS cannot say what determines an American descendant of the slave. What determines it? Because, see, I can change my race now. I can identify as that. Doesn't matter how stupid it sounds to you. It doesn't matter how illogical it sounds to you. But there are people who are out there that feel that they deserve to be black. I was supposed to be black. I don't know how I came out of here, but I feel like I'm black. Somebody mentioned the other day that there was a person who broke the women's powerlifting record. And this was a person that was a man, felt like he should be a woman, went and broke these world records, went back to being a man again. And although that sounds to be very excessive, is that not likely? Is that not a possible outcome? And you see, here's what happens when black people don't think things through. When you start trying to change with the world, but at the same time, you want to have conservative views about what people owe you. And what you don't know is you open the door for other arguments out there that are against what you're trying to do. So anybody who believes that I am wrong, I will do a hangout this weekend. I will destroy you on this topic. Because if you are for transgender students, you cannot be against transracialists. And furthermore, look at how Morehouse has made itself seem hypocritical. You're allowing, on one hand, female students who feel like they're men to come to your school. But starting 2020, you will discriminate against male students who want to be women. Although that population exists until 2020. So really at this point, you are no longer an all-male institution. What you should just say is we're opening up the doors for everybody. But even Morehouse College is hypocritical in its own right. Because you do not have an all-male school. You really have a co-ed school based off genetics. And Morehouse is just as hypocritical as a lot of people pushing hashtag ADOS and reparations. Because on one hand, you want to allow what you want to allow, but on the other hand, you want to stop certain people from coming into your group while allowing other people to come into your group. And that is where you're going to lose every time, because when transracialism comes and it becomes more of a hot thing, you just watch as the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. Subscribe, hit the bell. What do you think, brothers? Let me know what's going on. Peace out.